Okay, hello, and welcome back. We are on the second episode of making a game live. So let's go ahead, I guess, and jump straight into it. On screen, you can see the concept for our game. That's what we're designing it to be like. If you our game, just going to mute myself. But that is what that's the plan for. That's what we're going to be making. That's the theme of the game. So we'll go in and continue. Now today's episode will be a little bit shorter than the other one, mainly for other reasons. But that's my decision anyway. So we're going to be doing the music script today. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we're going to have a function that's just going to play the music when it ends. So we'll do ahead and do that now. I'm just going to open up a other thing I'm doing here. Give me a second here. Not meant to do that, but we can. I'm opening up something up here on the side, which is what I've been working on a game, which I'm not going to be showing you because I've actually done it on here, and I'm just going to be copying it from here. So we're going to go ahead and get that up. See how I did it on here? Okay. Right. So the way I've done it on here, it's fine. So we've got the lobby folder, which is fine. Okay. So that's fine. We can do that. So we're just going to copy this in because this system works. So we'll come down here and we'll say while true do, and then we'll say we're going to make a variable up above here, and this variable is going to be, say, local song active equals well, local song active, and then we'll have that will be equal to false. Local db, there we go. Okay, so now we can start scripting this stuff. So we're going to go down here and we're going to say, if song active is equal to false, then we're going to say song active equals true. We're then going to say repeat wait until, and then we're going to make a function now up here. We're going to say function, we'll have play random song. There we go, we'll just end that there and continue on. So we'll have play random song. We're going to say if db is equal to false, then, which means we're going to have to put db equal to false up here as well. False. So if db is equal to false, then we're gonna pick a random song. So we're going to make a reference to the music, which we have done. Yep. Okay. So game music. Yep. And then we have lobby music. So we'll say local lobby music equals game music dot lobby music, and then we'll have get children at the end of there. So now we can go back to our function here where we picked our music, and we're going to say local chosen song equals and we'll have lobby music. So we did, what do we call the variable up here? We called it, yeah, lobby music. We'll just go ahead and do that down here. So lobby, okay, it's not actually showing it, so it's fine. Lobby music, and then we'll go to brackets and we'll do math dot random 1 comma hashtag lobby music. There we go. So what this is going to allow us to do is we can say repeat wait until play song, play random song is equal to true. Then we'll say song active equals false, and then we'll just add a wait there for the song. So we'll say inside of here we'll say our song. So we'll say chosen song play, and then underneath it we're going to say chosen song dot ended connect function and then underneath here we're just going to say db equals false and song active equals false as well. Okay. So now what this is going to enable us to do now is going to have a song that plays randomly during our game, which is obviously what we want because we want the song to be randomized. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and double check, see if I've got everything, just to be sure that I've not missed anything, which I don't think I have, so that should be working fine. So what we can do now is we can just go and label this stuff. So play random song. So this is going to select a random song from the lobby music folder and play it. Okay. So this one's going to be saying, so we're going to say, when song ends, reset loop. Okay. So this is going to be our music loop. So music loop. That's going to be inside of here, not just on there. So music loop. And then we can just go ahead and just go end of music loop. Okay. So now if we go ahead and press test and play, we should get a random song to play every time we press play. Okay, so there's an issue there because it's playing several different songs. So let's have a look and see what we must have missed something for it to play a lot of times. So let's go have a look and see what we have missed. Let's have a look. DB was false. Song play ended. Yep. Let's see what else could we have done wrong. I'm trying to look to see what I've done wrong. So we do ahead and do a print here. Do a print. Print. Chosen song dot name. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything that I'm missing here, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Just have a look to see if I have actually done anything wrong. I think I might have got to do the return true. That might be the case, so let's go ahead and press play, see if that fixes the issue now. Okay, it's like playing them several times. I shouldn't be doing that, so let's see why is that doing that. I see what I've done wrong. Okay, so we just need to go up here and say db equals true. There we go. That's what I needed to do. So now we should only get... Yeah, there we go. So it only plays one music now. Now obviously this isn't the actual music we're going to be using for the game. So we are going to be changing this music. So we'll go ahead and change that music because again, that isn't the music we're going to be using. Although they are cool sound effects, it's not the music we want. So let's go ahead and go to the toolbox and let's go ahead and search up by a user. So search for a creator, we'll do Roblox. And then press apply. And now that should show all the stuff from Roblox. So let's go ahead and type in lobby. We might get some nice like lobby themed songs. Not exactly what type I'm looking for. That is not the tune I'm looking for either. That's not bad. Wow, that's loud. Looking for something like not like that. They're a little bit too jazzy for me. We're looking for something like a wood. No, it's not that. Spell it right. Something like something quiet and like not mean to put it in straight away. Oh, that's not bad. I like that. Okay, yes, that's definitely a good one. Nope, that's a bit too scary. Little bit too urban. Little bit too loud. Nope. But that's not bad. I like that as well. Nope. So with these we've got two for now. We can go ahead and have a look at them later on. Let's have a look at this one. Little bit too loud. not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. How about this one? That's a little bit too weird. Okay, we'll leave that. The three we've got now is they seem to be okay. So let's go ahead and put them in this lobby music folder. There we go. So now we can go and press test play, and now it should play a random song. You'll see it play a random song. Yep, that's pretty good. I kind of like that. And then when it ends, it should play a new song. So just wait for it to end, and then let it play a new song. See if it works. Should work, and then we'll continue. Okay, so you can see we've got an error here. It tried to play the same one again, but it's already at the end, so we need to go ahead and make sure we set it back to the beginning before we song.ended. So then we're going to say chosen song dot what would it be the time position, strong dot time position equals 0. So now this should reset the song, so if it was to play again, it should be fine. So let's go ahead and let it do that. So as I said, I previously mentioned this will be a shorter episode than yesterday, and just gonna get a few things done today, and then and I will be working this not on camera as well, so that's something else that will happen. I'll be working off camera, doing minor things. Okay, so the song ends. Wait, what's playing now? Okay, so we need to go ahead and make sure this is before the actually press play in the song then. So that should now fix that issue. That was my fault for putting it before, yeah, after that. So now it should be okay. So now that we've got our music in the background, the next thing we're going to be working on is our timer, because it is a limited time thing. But for that we need to work on a puzzle as well, so that's going to be something we're going to be working on also. So, what we're going to do now is make the GUI. So we're going to go ahead and put screen GUI, and we're going to call this one timer GUI. Something very simple. Okay. Now what we need to do now is launch Photoshop. Launch Photoshop. Tell me a joke. So we're going to be launching Photoshop, and we're going to be making our numbers here, which is going to be showing up for the timer. So we'll let this load up. Okay, we're going to create new. Okay, we can close out of this for now, because we don't need this one for now. Yep, close please. Thank you. Okay, create new. Yep, that looks fine. Background, we're going to have transparent. And create, there we go. So, right, so our frame, we're going to have a frame. This is going to be like the, what should we do? Trying to work it out. So, we'll have a frame. So this is going to be like the border of the timer. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We'll go ahead and fill it in with, how do I want to do this? I know what to do. So we're going to select a triangle, a square, sorry. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to make our frame like size. So that looks good to me. And then what we're going to do is make sure it goes down to around about the same length. Yeah, that's good to me. Okay, we're going to fill that with like a nice like browny colour. That's nice brown. Fill that. What we're going to do now is going to do select and then inverse. Then we can go ahead and fill that, and that is going to be our border for our timer. So we're also going to go ahead and do filter, and then we're going to liquify. Is that what we want? No, we don't want liquify. So let's go ahead and cancel that. So we go to filter. We're going to want to blur it a little bit, or do we want to? Yeah, we want to pixelate it actually. Facet. Maybe it's not. We'll have to look at see what we've done. Pixelate. Just keep clicking these to see which ones we like the most. So let's have a look at this. So this one doesn't seem to be doing much. So we won't be doing that. Let's try and see if we can get something nice. Mosaic. That might be good. It definitely does something. So let's have a look at see what it does. Okay. So that kind of like, I see how that does. It kind of like removes slightly, which is kind of nice. It gives a nice like faded effect, which is not exactly what I want. So we're just going to cancel that one for now. There's something I'm looking for. It's a specific thing. Try a noise. Could add a noise that might work. Use a Glusson, Micromatic. So I'm trying to make it like a patchy colour. So if we go ahead and stylize oil paint, that might do something. Oh yeah, that's going to work. I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and press preview. Yeah, that looks a lot better. It looks like a wooden kind of like, yep, I like that a lot. So we can just kind of get the detailing a little bit more. Make sure we've got it looking natural there. Looks alright there. Looks a bit bad at the bottom, so let's try and see if we can try and fix that a little. The bottom. The angle, maybe it's changing the angle. That's pretty good, I like that. Giving it like a nice like wooden texture. So that's going to be good. So we'll go ahead and we'll rename this. We'll go ahead and just call, well, we don't need to rename it. We'll just go ahead and save that now. Save as. Yep, and we're just going to call this one a PNG. And we're just going to name it a border. Yeah, timer border for short. That should be fine. Timer border. There we go. So that's going to be our border. Now we want to do the exact same for the. So I'm just we went to stylize and then we went to oil paint. Okay, so we're going to be making our. So we'll go ahead and select. I'll get rid of everything now. Now this is going to be our numbers. So let's go ahead and put in some text. So we're going to be doing this. So text. Okay, we're going to be doing numbers from like 1 to 10, so we'll start with the big 0. And now it looks okay at the moment. I'm not really that big fan. But can we colour? We should be able to colorize this, but I don't think it does it because it's a specific thing, which is fine. What we can do though is scale it up. So we'll go ahead and select our thing. We'll go ahead and select our layer, which is going to be here. We're going to go ahead and press Control T. Now we'll scale this letter up. Now it would have been better if we actually set it as big as possible to start off with. So let's do that now. Okay, maybe even bigger than that, probably something like, I don't know, 100, something like that. No, even bigger than that, like 200. Yeah, that's kind of like the size I was going for. That'll work. Yeah, because then if we do like 10 or 9, yeah, that's gonna be fine. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna move our 0. Make sure it's big. Scale. If we go ahead and hold Shift, we should be able to scale it. We want to keep it as large as possible, so we'll do that. We don't want to like misshape it in any sort of way, so that should be big enough. So that's okay. We'll do that. So now what we're going to be doing is, if we use the polygon tool, we should be able to. No, magnetic tool. That's what we know. Magnetic tool. We should be able to copy like the curvature. Yeah, that's going to work fine. So with our new layer, what we can do now is just copy this kind of shape. Make sure we've actually got the actual shape of the 0 there. Okay. Now if we hold Shift, we should be able to do another one. And we're just going to be, so if we press delete, it won't do anything, which is fine. We want to get the kind of shape of this O, so we can go ahead and do another one here. Sure, we'll get the actual. Okay, no. Don't want to do that. Shape and get this. Okay, let's go ahead and get this O shape. We kind of lose it there, so that's fine. Let's go around the black bit over at the top here then. Try and get this O shape done the way I want it to. So that's that. Okay, there we go. So we just need to go around the outside now, making sure that we get the actual shape of the O. So if we can do that, it would be great. We are having a little bit of issue doing that. Tell you what we'll do. I've got a better way of doing it than this. So this is our text here. So if we were to go ahead and do filter and do stylize oil, reiterate layer. Okay, that is interesting. I mean, it looks good. It looks like how I'd want it to look. But like I would like a wooden like color. I wouldn't like it to be this yellowy color. So if I can try and get that yellowy color, that would be. So I would like to get the browny color. That would be good. Hue saturation. Here we go. So if we were to go ahead and okay, nope, that's the wrong thing we want to do. Wrong one. Okay. So if I can try and get the color, that would be good. Color overlay. There we go. This is going to work. Okay, so now we just need to go ahead and go for a nice, again, nice brown, like that. That should be good enough. And opacity. That might be okay. See, the thing is, though, that's not going to be nice, though. So let's try and see if we can change the style of this text. Um, let's just yeah, see if we can try and change the style of this text if I can. I'm trying to see if I can. No, 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 no. Select. Um. Okay. We're probably better off just starting this bit over again. Let's just go ahead and put again text in to get the font to something a little bit more neater and nicer looking. Um, let's go to Google Fonts actually, or Fonts website. So fonts. Let's have a look. See what fonts we can have a look at. Let's have a look and type in wood. Wood. See what we like the most. So that would be that one might be actually look quite nice with the wood. Let's have a look at what's best. So if we were to do like a 0, for example. Maybe it's not. Word. So I kind of like that one. It's kind of nice. I like it's got like a artist kind of vibes. Let's go ahead and download that. And we'll just go ahead and install that one. Yep, install. Yeah, it looks nice. So let's go ahead and close out that now. And let's go ahead and select our text to that new one that we've just installed. Should be here somewhere. It's kind of like, there we go, this is it here. So let's go ahead and put a text down here. And then we do a 0. So it's best. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's gonna look really nice. I like that a lot actually. If we do a 0, if we go and set it to black, it should change to black. Yeah, okay. This is gonna look really nice in terms of what we actually want it to look like. It's just like a really nice clean 0, which is good. So what we're gonna do now is just move this to the center here. We're going to go ahead and do a filter, stylize, and we're going to oil paint. Okay, we're just going to make it a little bit less kind of bulky. A little bit more smoother. That's nice, nice little smoother looking. A little bit too crazy that way. Um, but we want it to be like visible. That is, yeah, that looks good to me. Press OK. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is we're just going to do a drop shadow. Make it stand out a little bit. Let's change the distance a little bit. Make it look a little bit more natural. Size maybe. There we go. So we want a inner shadow. And with the inner shadow, we're just going to have going to pick a nicer brown, darker one, just to kind of make it like really pop. And then we're going to do a Bravel emboss, and then we're going to add a little bit more depth to it. We're going to change the size so you can see it there. So it's going to make it look a lot more that's nice, natural looking wooden. I like that. So we'll go ahead and save that one now. File save. This is where it's going to get a little bit tedious because we have to do 1 through to 9. So save as PNG, and we'll name it as 0. And then we're just going to go ahead and change the text. If it will allow me to do that. I wish it would allow me to actually do it. I don't know the shortcut to actually do that. If I knew the shortcut to actually make it change the text, I would. Um, how do I how do I how do I do that? That is the question. How do I do that? So I don't know how I would edit the text to that. Or is it like right, okay. So I see what's gone wrong. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to copy these settings here. So we had a drop shadow, inner shadow, and bevel and emboss. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put a new layer. And in this new layer, we're just going to type another text. And this one's going to be a 1, because we want it to be a 1, obviously. So that's good on that front. So we'll go ahead and just add the same stuff. So I don't know how I managed to make it like a layer. Don't know how I managed to do that. So the drop shadow, inner glow, and we had a bevel and okay. So now when we do effect, so we do filter, and we're going to go stylize, oil painting, Reterize, aha, that's what I did. Okay. So there, that looks fine to me. Yep, so that's done that. So that's made it a layer. So what we can do now is save that one. So we'll do File and then Save As. PNG. And then we'll make that one a 1. 1. Okay. So that's going to be a 1. Okay, and then we're just going to have to repeat this process over and over again. So, text, new text, 2. And then we're going to affect it. Drop shadow. Inner glow. And then, there we go. No, not inner glow. We have inner shadow, not inner glow. That's what we need. Okay, yep, that should be fine. Although, I don't know what exactly has gone on here with the... There we go, that's what we needed to do. There we go. So now we're going to do ahead and do the same things. So, filter, stylize, and oil paint. Beautifize. That looks fine to me. And this is kind of the tedious process that we've got to do just to make everything look nice. So, save as, PNG, and this is going to be 2. Okay, I'm trying to do it to speed up as fast as I can now and do it as much, well, now I know what I'm actually doing. 3. I'm just going to have to do this to like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. So I'll go ahead and just try and go as fast as I can through these. Yeah, it looks fine to me. I'll save as. And that looks fine to me. And this is the case we're just going to be doing now. We're just going to be going through and doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. Okay. There we go. 4. Should be fine. Okay. Drop shadow. Inner shadow. Bevel and contour. Okay, fine. Filter. Stylize. Oil painting. Reiterate. Boom. Okay. And this is like the tedious process, but we're nearly there. We've got 5 more to do. Oh, we've got a little bit more than 5, but yeah. PNG. Okay, and this is going to be 5. Oh, it's not going to be 5. What am I doing? Didn't want to do that. Aha, so no, it's going to be 4. So we'll rename that to 4. That was my bad for doing that. So go ahead and just try and speed through these now, much as possible. 5. A little bit bigger than the rest, but this should be fine. Go ahead and just keep going through these. Okay, this is just the tedious stuff that we have to do, but if you want the game to look good, this is what you got to do. Put the hours in to get the hours out. 5. That's fine. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here for 6. Inner shadow and the contour. There we go. Let's go ahead and did not mean to press create another text there. That means move this a little bit more centerized. There we go. It's fine to me. Filter that. There we go, looks okay to me. Make sure it is centered a little bit more. Yep, that should be fine. File, save as. And then we just got to do 4 more, and then we are done. Okay, so this is going to be 6. Okay, new image, text. We only have to do up to 5, we don't have to do less than 4 more, but yeah. 7. Filter. Okay, there we go, 7. File save as. 7. Boom. New layer. Nearly there now. 8. Drop shadow, inner shadow. Filter. Oil paint. There we go. Looks fine to me. So this is going to be 8. There we go. And then a new. Okay, we've got the last one now. Okay, so now we're going to say 9. Move this more central a little bit. It doesn't really matter, but I like to keep it just for OCD reasons. Just kidding, I don't have OCD, but yeah. Okay, and this is going to be 9. Okay, there we go. So that's what we're going to be doing with. So now we can go and close out this. Nope. Okay. So now we have to go ahead and put them all in, which is kind of a pain, but it's something we have to do. So add assets, desktop. Okay, so here's a timer border, 0, 2, 3, whatever. And let's just start them in order so it makes it a little bit easier for us. So 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. So that's going to be uploading them. And while it's been uploading them, we're going to be creating our stuff. So in our timer GUI, we're going to have a frame. Right, and then I've got a plugin here which is going to be, if we can change it to scale and stuff like that. So right now, if it should be set to offset. Now what that means is it's when it's going to be played on a mobile device, it's going to be off the screen. So we're going to change that to scale. And now when we edit it, it just changes the scale. So we're going to make a little timer up at the top here. And this is going to be the timer frame. Timer frame. Okay, we're going to set the transparency to 0.99. Sounds like you're saying German there, I know, but okay, there we go. So now, let's have a look what it looks like. Maybe it's a little bit less than 9.9, so 0.8. There we go, we don't want any border. Okay, that looks nice. We're going to go ahead and do another plugin here that I've got. We're going to do roundify. I'm just going to set this to the maximum, which should be 20 something. Okay, auto adjust Z index, there we go, is border, yep, and roundify. So now that's going to be looking quite round. So now it's quite hard to see, but you can change that. You can't exactly see that, I know. So we're gonna just, if we take this roundified stuffing out. Why is this scale gone that big? Okay, we don't want it to be that big. So what we're going to do is just bring this back down. Right, we want it to be the same position, same size. So position, position, and then we want the size to be the same. Size, there we go. Yeah, it's not exactly the same, but we can just mess around with it until we want it to look nice. So, to remove transparency, set that to 0. So now we should have like a grey, yeah. This is going to be our button, so we can go ahead and delete this frame now. And we can work with this a little bit now. So, this is going to be our rounded button. So make sure we centerize that into the center of the screen. Go to plugins and set the scale. Okay. Now what we're also going to do is go ahead and now we can set the image transparency to 0.8. Now that's going to be like a holographic image, which is what we want. So now what we also can do is come down here and do the image. Now, as a test, what I'm going to do is set it to the border. See how that looks. Is that, oh yeah, is that look, no, I don't think that's worked. No, it's not. Okay, it's fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to call this timer border. Timer border, which is completely fine. That's all. That's what we want. Oh wait, no, sorry, timer frame. That's what we want. Timer frame. Okay, and then in the side of the timer GUI, we're going to have a image label. Yep. This is going to be the same position as this one, so we'll go ahead and copy the position and things like that over to this one here. And the size. Okay. So I will just go ahead and make sure it's set to the appropriate size. Let's have a look and see if we actually have got it the appropriate size, which it looks like it is. Okay, we need this one to be on top, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting the Z index to 3. We're going to set in the background to 1. And then we're going to do crop. And we're going to do fit, sorry. Trying to work out which one to do. Crop. Might work better, okay. And now we're just going to select our border image, which would be here. Okay. Let's have a look and see if we can get it the right one. So maybe stretch might work better here. Make sure it's in line with the other. So that looks pretty good. If you don't mind me saying that, actually I'm quite impressed with that, how that looks. So that's good. We've got that looking good. So now we can go ahead and call this one the timer border. Okay. Now inside of the timer frame, we are going to have a folder. And this is going to be our numbers. So name that to numbers. And inside of here, we're going to be having a image label. Okay, and right. So what we want to do is set this one to obviously be behind the other one. So z index. So we need this one to be like 1, and then this one is going to be look like. So we had them all both on 1. So then this z index would be. So if we wanted to this one to be out, we'd have it to set to like 2. There we go, because then we should be able to. Because the edit's set to 3. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna edit this a little bit for now. 1. No. So we need to set this to like 4, whatever. We need it so we can actually edit this image label here. So what we can do is just bring this out here, and then we can just set the position for this one. So obviously it's not going to be as big as that. We can just scale this down, and it will be fine. It will scale it down. So we want it to just look nice. So let's go ahead and do that now. Have it the same size. There we go. So let's go ahead and set this in the center here. Okay, we're going to set the image to background transparency to 1. Okay, this is going to be 0. Make sure we have it to fit. No. Crop. Yep, that's going to work better. So there we go. So this is obviously going to be 0. So obviously if you put it into numbers, it's going to be fine. So what we're going to be doing is having our numbers here. So it's going to be 4 digits. So we'll do something like this. So we'll go and duplicate this. Okay, give us a second here to get this working correctly. So it's going to be seconds, and then we're going to have so we still need Photoshop open for one more thing. That's annoying. That's annoying. We just closed Photoshop and just realised we need it for one more thing. One more image. So just open Photoshop up now and just do that last thing. We are going to be ending the stream after we've done this. So we're going to be just doing create new, and we'll do the same thing. Custom doesn't really matter. Transparent. Yep. Okay. So we're going to be creating again text again. And we're going to be just setting it to these here, which is going to be our like separation. Drop shadow, inner shadow, and bevel embers. There we go. Filter, stylize, oil paint, Beatrice layer. Yep, fine. Okay, there we go. So center them again. Okay, it doesn't really exactly need to be the right place. We're going to save as PNG, and we'll just name that one separator. So separator, something like that. Nothing. We don't need anything else, so we can go ahead and close out that now. And we just go ahead and need to do an import and do separator. Okay. So there's position 1, position 2. Okay, and then we're just going to have another one of these. We might have to make them a little bit smaller actually. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll make them a little bit smaller. So we can go ahead and just get rid of these. Okay, and then just need to make it a little tiny bit smaller. Oh, I've actually got two there. Didn't know I had two there. Okay, we'll just make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's going to be fine now. So we'll go ahead and do this. Make sure it's level with each other. There we go. Okay, look, I don't know if that's level or not. Yep, that's level now. Okay, we'll go ahead and copy these over to the side. Keeping them on the same level as possible. If I can get it. There we go, that's good to me. Okay, now we just go ahead and copy another one of these. Change it to the image of the separator. Yep. So that's going to be our, obviously our seconds, minutes, etc. Doesn't necessarily need to be accurate, but okay, so this is going to be yeah, that should be fine. So now what we need to do is just go ahead and put in here a string. Would it be a string? I don't know if it would be a string. Number value. Number value. Yep. Do number value because that's going to be make it a little bit easier for us. So we'll have this to be a 0, name to be a 0. Okay, and then what we're going to do now is just going to grab the number for. So if we go over here and we go to our 0 and we go copy ID and put that in the value. So no, we are going to need a string here. So go ahead and do a string. Okay, so that's going to be 0. So we'll go ahead and rename that to 0. And then we're just going to copy this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1. Find 1. Copy the ID for that and paste it in here. Okay, we're going to find 2. So that's 2. And there we go. 3. 3, there we go. Copy the ID of that. Change that to 3. Boom. 4. Find 4. Boom. Okay, and we just do so on, so on, so on. So 5. Find 5. Okay, there we go. Go find 6. 6, okay, copy 6. Set the value to 6, there we go. 7. There we go. 8, copy, 8, and 9, 9, copy, and paste. Okay. Right. So now this is where we're going to be start to do some scripting. So this is going to be the how would you so if that was like that was it's not seconds, it's well, it is like seconds, but what is it? Seconds. Yeah, we'll do seconds. So seconds, tens, minutes. Well, we don't want hour. We don't want an hour though, do we? Um, tens, minutes. Try that, okay, and then this is just going to be renamed to separator, simple. Okay, so we've got everything in place. So now what we're going to need to do is put a script in here, so local script. Right, and we've got to remember that we're going to be doing this, so we're going to be doing it from a server script, so we need to go ahead and fire it through a remote client to get it up into there. So we're going to say so first of all, we're going to get our variables. We're going to say local timer frame equals script dot parent dot timer frame. We say local numbers equals timer frame dot numbers. Okay, let's actually spell that rightly. Okay, so local seconds equals timer frame dot seconds. Local minutes equals timer frame dot minutes. Local tens equals timer frame dot tens. Local tens minutes equals timer frame dot tens minutes. Okay, so we're going to have a function which is going to function set wait, I'm trying to think. Function, is this how we're going to do it? So okay, no, it's fine. We should be fine. No, we don't want to do this way because we want to have, yeah, it's going to work this way. So inside of our replicated storage, we're going to have a folder, and this is going to be called values. Okay, we're going to have we're going to have values. So I'm trying to work it out. So values we're going to have is we're going to have some ints because ints, it's fine. So we have 2, 3, 4 because there's 4 positions. So this will be second. So we'll have seconds. And we'll have a T for tens. M for minutes. And then we'll have TM for 10 minutes. So like tens minutes, whatever. Right. So what we're going to say now is I think so. While true do. We got this. We need to while true do. We should have wait there so it doesn't. We could do while true. We just do while wait as well. That'll work as well. Save us having to put a wait there. So we're also going to do say local values equals game get service replicated storage wait for child, and that's going to be the name of values. Okay. So now we're going to say local s equals values dot s, local t equals values dot t, local m equals values dot m, local tm equals values dot tm. Okay. So what we're going to say now is we're going to say so let's say if right, so we're going to say if that's fine. So okay, no, if we do values dot s dot value dot value dot value dot value, so we say if s comma t. Actually, we don't need to have them in capitals. Just have them as they are. It should be fine. So we'll say if s comma t. So if s is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0 and m is equal to 0 and tm is equal to 0 as well, then so if they're equal to 0, then what we need to do is if they're equal to 0, then we need to set the So we need to set the numbers, milliseconds, minutes, etc. So we need to say we'll say seconds dot image equals so if this image is equal to numbers find first child s dot value, and then we're just going to copy that to so we'll say seconds, minutes dot image equals numbers find first child, and this is going to be m dot value, and then we're also going to have tens, so we'll say tens dot image equals numbers find first child, tens dot value, minutes, so we do tm dot image equals numbers find first child, tm dot value. Okay. So then if it's equal to them, so this would mean that it would be set to 0, etc. So now all we'd need to do is say if they're equal to 1, etc., if they're equal to 2, if they're equal to etc., etc., etc. So in fact, would we need to do it like that? If we just do... No, we don't even need to do it like this, because this won't work like that. Yeah, no, we can just do it like this. And that should work fine. That should work fine now. That should set it all to look like it should see 0. Should be right. Attempt to index number with image. Number with image. So we need to do, sorry, we need to do toString s. There we are. toString t. toString m. toString tm. Okay, this should now... It should now hopefully show the right stuff. It's able to index number with image. What do you mean by it was index number with image? Line 19. toString. So tm.image. I see what I've done wrong. I see what I've done wrong. That's what I've done wrong. It's okay, we should work now. Okay, so now, if this works correctly, if we were to change a number, say we were to change a number in here, so the minutes will change, for example, change to 9, we should change it to the corresponding thing here. Should do it, I don't know if it is going to do it though. It doesn't seem to be wanting to do it. Why is it not wanting to do it? Let's try if we see removing this and see if it is fixed it now after it was my issue. See if that works now. So there's no issue with it there, so that's definitely not a problem there. So we can get rid of the 2 string. Because that is definitely not the problem. Okay. That's going to be interesting. So, okay. So let's see what happens now. Because that should be that. Alright, so then it should be able to set the number to it regardless of let's go ahead and set my players UI to play UI. Timer GUI. Okay, so if we were to go ahead and do our values here, change the minutes to say 9. Should stay up there. Let's go and check we've actually done that. 9. Should be the minutes, so it should be showing it up on minutes. So why is it not showing it then? Image, yep. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's fine. It works fine. So we need to say if seconds.image is not equal to numbers find first child s.value, then print not equal to so it's saying not equal to, okay. But then it's also not Ah, it's not repeating, that's why. So if we do while true do, while true do, there we go. Oh no, that's not gonna work now. We need to put a wait in here. Okay. Why is it not? That should be looping. Okay, let's try and see if we can change it then. So we need to go to our replicate storage, values, seconds, change it to something like 9. Why is that not working? That is confusing me. So that should be working. That 100% should be working. If seconds is not equal, yeah, that should definitely be working. So okay, so we may have to redo this. So have they changed these up? Because I don't know if it's working or not. Test. So this should be saying it multiple times if it is working. Should be saying test, 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 test. Yeah, okay. So we need to do is we need to right, we need to say seconds.image. So we'll say seconds.image equals toString, right? And then we'll say numbers, find first child with the name of S dot value. Let's try and see if this works now. So, if this works, we should see it change to 9. But it doesn't seem to be doing that. Why is it not doing that? Why is that not changing? Or is it changing when the player dies? That's another question I want to know. Is that the case? Okay, okay. So that's what the problem is. It's not updating because it's waiting for the player to die. So question is how do we get it to update then? How do we get that to update? Okay. Enable it. Let's try and see if we can do that. So we'll do script dot parent dot enabled equals false, and then re-enable it straight away. Something like that might work. Let's give it a go. We can only see. Have a go, play around with it, see if it works or not. So you should set it 9. We should only work on the server side actually, so that won't work that way. So let's go to test. Let's go to here. Replicated. Change it to a second. This should be 9. Okay, so why is that not? Why is that not updating then? I'm really confused, why is that not updating? Because that definitely should be updating. So the question is, why is it not updating? Unless we have to do like seconds dot visible equals false, update it, and then do like seconds dot visible true. Might be the case. I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest with you. So if we go ahead and set it to seconds, set it to 9. I don't get why that is why that's not updating. I have no idea why that's not updating. Well, we're going to work on it next time, I think. So thank you for watching. If you want to see this completed, then feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more future episodes. And yeah, we'll work on it next time. But for now, we're just gonna get rid of everything and just keep it all. We'll work on this again. So thank you for watching. My name's Ryan. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.